Good evening, and welcome. Welcome to our live session once again. Welcome to our gamified session, our CSEC mathematics gamified session. Just checking if you all can hear me. I see one person here. If the mic is on and you all can hear me, you can put a Y in the chat, drop a Y in the chat or type yes so that I know that you all can hear me. Just checking that you all can hear me. Can type in the chat to let me know that you all can hear me or not so that we can begin. Okay, great. So welcome again. You can share the link, let others know that we are on. And this evening, our focus will be basic algebra. We'll be looking at a bit of simplifying algebraic expression. We'll be looking at some questions where we'll be using our calculator. Well, all of the questions we'll be using our calculator as a matter of fact. So if you do not have your scientific calculator with you, you need to get that. You need to get pen, paper, so that you can write, because we'll be looking at paper 2 questions this evening. Okay, so you would need your scientific calculator. As you know, for the paper 2, for the CSEC math exam, you require your calculator. So yeah, so just to get you all warmed up a bit, just to get you all warmed up to make sure that you all are ready for me this evening. Let me get my pen here. Let's look at this algebraic term. This algebraic term here, 6y. 6y. I'd like you to type in the chat for me the number in the term 6y. What do we refer to the number as? I know that we call the letter the variable or the unknown, but what do we refer to the number as? I'll give you a little hint. It starts with the letter C. You can type the answer in the chat if you know. What do we call the number that's attached to the variable in an algebraic term? What do we call that number? It starts with the letter C. You can type your answer in the chat if you know. The name used to Kira, very good. It's coefficient. Okay, so Amanda, you spelled it correctly. Yes, Kira, you're correct. You just spelled the word a bit incorrect. So yes, it is the coefficient. What about if I have, let's see here. What if I have just a letter? For example, what if I have just the letter X? What would be the coefficient of this algebraic term? What would be the coefficient of the algebraic term X? We just have a letter. What would be the coefficient in this case? Okay, it is a number. The number is not there. We don't see it, but the letter X, a variable standing by itself, it has a coefficient. What would be the coefficient in this case? It's a number. What number would that be? What's the coefficient of X? You can type the answer in the chat. I'm just trying to get you all warmed up. Very good, Amanda. Whenever we have a variable by itself, the coefficient would be 1. Because essentially what this means is 1x means 1 times x. So that's great. Excellent. So again, if you are not subscribed to this channel, I urge you to do so. I will be on every Wednesday, God's willing, up until next year, up until the time that you're ready to write the CSEC math exam. I'll be here playing Kahoot games with you all, just trying to get you a little bit excited about Math High, just trying to get you a little bit excited about math, and just to be able to practice your math skills in a fun way. It doesn't always have to be a lot of pressure all the time. So as I said, this evening we'll be looking at basic algebra and a little bit of computation. You will be in need of your scientific calculator. So if you do not have your scientific calculator, I have my own right here on my screen. So if you do not have your scientific calculator, please get your scientific calculator because we will be in need of it this evening. Okay, as you know, Jumpstart Institute, we do have our website, www.jumpstartinstitute.com. This is our website right here. Currently, we do not have anything for CSEC math. We are working on something for you all, but at the moment, what we have is the grade 6 animated course. So if you have a sister, a brother, a cousin, or a family friend who is in grade 6 or grade 5 looking to gain access to content that is self-paced, they can do this on their own time. It's $100 US for the entire year. They get access to 28 animated videos. They also get access to over 280 questions. Okay, so after each video, they get access to the questions for them to practice. It is self-paced, and I will be on as well tomorrow evening from 6 o'clock for the grade 6 and grade 5 students, so you can already tell them that. Okay, so let me give you all one more question here just to make sure you all are really warmed up, because remember, it's algebra. I want to make sure that you all are really ready for this game. Again, get your scientific calculator. Let's see here. I'll give you another question. 4x times 2y. Type the answer in the chat for me, please. 4x. Let me bring this to the side. 4x times 2y. Type the answer in the chat. 4x times 2y. Okay, just trying to get you a little bit warmed up. We're getting into algebra. Share the live with someone you know that is going to write CSEC math next year. Okay, 4x times 2y. Here it is, we are multiplying two algebraic terms. Okay, so in this case here, 4x times 2y, we would simply multiply the coefficients. 4 times 2, that would be 8, and multiplying the variables x and y, that would give us 8xy. Okay, so our result here was 8xy. Okay, so let's get it on. Let's go. So again, Jumpstart Institute, we are a Caribbean-based company. And as you know, every evening, every time we are live, we always feature a Caribbean country for the evening. And today we are featuring this Caribbean island. This is the national dish of this Caribbean island. Looks very delicious here. If you know which country this is, please type the answer in the chat. You have a little hint. The flag is right there. Okay, and this is actually the national dish of this country. So if you know which country this is, you can type the answer in the chat. Okay, again, get your calculators, get your paper. We are about to begin. Okay, we are about to begin the game right now. Okay, so I'd like you all to go to, yes, it is St. Lucia. Excellent, it is St. Lucia. I'd like you all to go to www.kahoot.it. I just sent it in the chat. No, hold on, I typed this wrong here. Let me delete this. www.kahoot.it. Okay, once you go to this link, I am going to give you the code for the game. So www.kahoot.it. I am going to give you the link for the game. I'm going to give you the code for the game right now. So simply type in the code. The code is 6833669. Once you type that in, you simply put your name. You don't have to put your real name. That's okay. The focus here is you practicing your math skills, getting yourself ready for the CSEC exam next year. Okay, so once you put in the code, you just type in your name. Let me put the code in the chat. 683-3669. 683-3669. I'm not seeing anyone putting in their information. So you go to www.kahoot.it and you put in the code 683-3669. Okay, so I see one person is on. I see one person is on. Whoever that is, I didn't even get a name. I wouldn't know what to call you. But I see one person is on. So again, you just go to www.kahoot.it and you put in the code 683-3669. Make sure you have your calculators. Make sure you have a paper, a pencil, a pen. I'm waiting for the others to log in. Okay, so I see galaxies here, so 2 persons are on. I know there are more than 2 persons on this live. So please log in so that we can begin. Okay, I'll go ahead if the 2 persons are here, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to start. Make sure that you have your calculators. If someone comes in late, you can always join while the game is going on. So the question says, using a calculator, find the exact value of 8 over 0.4 raised to the power of 3. So again, it says using your calculator. So you have to use your calculator to calculate this, and you simply type in the answer as is. Okay, one person has answered. I'm waiting for the other person. It's very important that you are familiar with your scientific calculator before the day of the exam. Knowing where to find the characters on your calculator, it's very important. Having a new calculator in the exam room may not be to your advantage. Okay, so knowing your calculator, being familiar with your calculator is one advantage that you can have during the exam. Okay, so I'm just giving the other person some time for them to answer. Okay, great. Let's see here. I'm gonna put it. I'm going to click skip. I'm not sure if it's going to skip the question or just allow us to see the answer. So let's see. Okay, so one person got this correct, 125. So let's see here. So on your calculator, because it's a fraction, you want to click the fraction symbol here. Okay, you place 8. 8 is the numerator. And that's if you have this calculator, because based on the calculator that you have, the fraction symbol may be different. So those of you with the Casio calculator, again, this is the fraction symbol. You click the arrow down, you type in 0.4, and because we have a power here to the power of 3, We want to raise right here, that is to any power, and we place the number 3. Okay, we place our arrow up and we click equal and we get 125. So again, based on the scientific calculator that you have, the functions on the calculator may be a bit different. Okay, so it all depends on the calculator that you have. Okay, let's see here, 1 second. Okay, so those of you all, by any chance, if you do have this calculator, if you do have the Texas calculator, let me bring this up a bit. Okay, right here where you see A/B, C, that would be the fraction, and where you see the arrow would be your to the power of. Okay, so let's go to the next question. So very good. Let's see who got this correct. Okay, I don't know your name. You didn't put a name, so I can't give you a name. Okay, so this question is very similar. So again, using your calculator, you use the fraction function on the calculator to put in 125 over 0.5 to the power of 2, and you type in the exact value. Those of you are just coming in, you can still join the game. Go to www.kahoot.it and put in the game code. It's in the chat. The game code is 6833669. Again, you simply type this into your calculator and you write in the exact value. You have to use the, well, not necessarily, because the slash here means divide. You can't use divide 125 divided by 0.5 to the power of 2. But you can also use the fraction function on the calculator. Okay, 18 seconds left. Okay, so congratulations to those who got it correct. So again, if you're using the Casio calculator, here we have our fraction function right here. So you put in 125 on 0.5. You could use this function here to the power of 2, or you could use this one and then put the to the power of 2. Okay, and you click equal and you will get your result, which is 500. Okay, excellent. Okay, I really wish I knew your name. Okay, but the teddy bear, the plus or add or equal, plus or equal, that's what I'll have to call you, plus or equal sign. Okay, so again, you want to use your calculator to put this in, but notice that the question says you write your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Just a reminder that your decimal places refers to your digits after your decimal point. So when you get your answer, I want you to type in here the result with the answer with only 2 digits after the decimal point, because it says to 2 decimal places. Again, the 2.5, it is raised to a fraction, so you'd have to use the fraction symbol on your calculator to insert the fraction for the to the power of. And if after this game that you are uncertain of where your the fraction is on your calculator, you can always send me a WhatsApp message directly, or you could send an email. Just take a picture of your calculator and send me a WhatsApp message of it, and then I can show you exactly where it is on your calculator that you can find your fraction function, so you can put your fraction to the power of. Okay, so we have 19 seconds here. And then remember, for the exam, speed and accuracy. So it's not just getting your answer correct. The timer is here, it's for a reason. I don't want when you are doing the exam that you are lingering and wasting time on questions that you can finish in 3-4 minutes. You should not spend more than 15 minutes on a particular question. When I say question, I mean an entire section. Okay, so nobody got this correct. So let's see here. The question says the square root, so use your square root sign, of 26.8, okay, minus 2.5, and it says raised to the power of 3 on 2. So you want to put in your fraction symbol right here. Okay, 3 on 2, and you type in equal. Now it says correct to 2 decimal places. So counting here, my first decimal place is 2, my second decimal place is 2. The digit that comes after 2 is less than 5. So therefore it remains as 1.22. Again, if you're uncertain as to where to find your fraction function on your calculator, you can send me a message directly via WhatsApp. Take a picture of your calculator or email me at jumpstartinstitute@gmail.com. Just take a picture of it, and then I could send you a message to indicate to you where to find it. Okay? So again, this is a similar question. Again, correct to 2 decimal places. To use the calculator on your phone, you would have to type in the scientific function, because you would need, let me see, it depends on the phone as well, but some phones, I'm speaking to O'Brien here, you can use the scientific calculator on your phone. However, I discourage persons from using their phone as a calculator, because guess what? In the exam room, you cannot use your phone. You cannot use your phone. So why practice your math with your phone when in the exam room you're going to need your calculator? So if you're coming to this game to practice, come with the calculator that you intend to use on the day of the exam. Do not come with your phone. Have your calculator, so already you are getting used to the keys on your calculator. Okay? You are getting used to it. So try to avoid as much as possible using your phone as your calculator during class, because you are not allowed to use that during the exam. Okay? Okay, so this question is very similar to the one before. So again, you would have to use your calculator, as it says to use the calculator. Again, nobody got this correct. So let's see here. So again, the calculator. This is the square root function right here on the Casio calculator. So square root of 81 minus 8. It says to the power of a half. So you want to raise to the power. You would use this key right here. And because it's raised to a fraction, I'm going to use my fraction key right here. 1. I'm going to go down with the arrow. 2. I'm going to go across to put in my equal sign. And because it said correct to 2 decimal places, this refers to the digits after the decimal point. So 1, 7 is the second digit after the decimal point. And the digit after 7 is 1, which is less than 5. So it remains as 7. So this number here rounded to 2 decimal places would be 6.17. Again, I have a feeling that's because you do not know where your keys are on your calculator. So send me a message, WhatsApp me, go to my website. You can get my number on there, and you can get my email address on there for those of you who do not know. So Jane is X years. We do not know what X is. It's a number that we do not know. Anna is 5 years older than Jane. Select the expression here in terms of X for Anna's age. Okay, so Jane is X years and Anna is 5 years older than Jane. Okay, so excellent. I like that you all got this correct. Okay, so again, they did not give us Jane's age. So let's say, for example, Jane was 10 years. They told us that Anna is 5 years older than Jane. So to get Anna's age, you simply had to add 5 to whatever the age of Jane was. But they didn't tell us that Jane was 10. They told us that Jane is X years old. So therefore, Anna will be X, that is whatever Jane's age is, plus 5. This was pretty straightforward. So congratulations to you all for getting this correct. This is an actual CSEC question. So the questions I'm using here for the game are actual CSEC questions. So here Jane is X years and Kim is twice as old as Jane. So select the expression to represent Kim's age. What do they mean by twice as old? If I'm 10 years and you are twice my age, what would you do to get your age? What do they mean by twice as old? Okay, so it says that I did not say that Kim is 2 years older than Jane. I said that Kim is twice as old as Jane. So if, for example, Jane, I'm going to ask you all, if Jane is 10 years old and I told you, hey, I have a daughter and her name is Jane, and she's 10 years old. Her friend Kim is twice her age. How old would her friend be? Please type the answer in the chat for me. My daughter's age is 10. Her friend Kim is twice as old as my daughter, who is 10. How old is Kim? I'm looking for the answer in the chat. Kim is twice the age of Jane, and Jane is 10. How old is Kim? Would I have to add 2 to 10, or would I have to multiply 10 to 2 by 2? Okay, I'm not seeing you responding. Twice as old, this means you'd have to multiply 10 by 2. Okay, so twice as old, you'd have to multiply 10 by 2. So in this case, they did not tell us the age of Jane. They said that Jane is X years old. And Kim is twice the age of Jane. So this would be 2 times X, or you could simply say 2X. Okay, you could simply, let me shift this aside. You could simply say 2X. Okay, so congratulations to the person who got this correct. Please take note. Again, I know it's a bit of a competition, yes, but this is a learning experience for you. I want you all, when you come here, you're having fun and you're learning at the same time. Okay, so plus or minus. I see you on top here. Mazi, I see you here. You're climbing on top. This says to simplify the expression. I'll give you a little hint just to make it go faster. Simplify the numerator. So you go ahead and multiply the numerator and then divide the denominator here, just to make you all go a bit faster. You don't necessarily have to multiply first, but okay, so let's see here. How many persons won this? 3 or 4? I'm not sure. I don't want to end and I'm not giving the person ample time to answer. Okay, so 4x squared times 3x to the power of 4 divided by 6x to the power of 3. Okay, so it is 3 of you on here. Okay, so let's see here. So one person got this correct. So let's work out our numerator. We have 4x to the power of 2 times 3x to the power of 4. So what you want to do in this case is you want to multiply your coefficients. So 4 times 3, that gives us 12. Okay, now when we are multiplying and we have the same base, so in this case here, our base here is the same. Our base is x. Once the base is the same and you are multiplying, you simplify by adding the powers. So in this case, our index will 2 and 4. So we simplify this by saying x to the power of 2 plus 4, which is 6. And the reason being, just to break it down further for you all, x to the power of 2 means x times x, multiplied by x to the power of 4, which means x multiplied by itself 4 times. Let me shift this on the side. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X is here being multiplied by itself, which means x to the power of 6. But we do not have the time to be expanding. So you simply add the powers because we are multiplying and we have the same base. Okay, once we are multiplying, we have the same base. You simply add. So this was our numerator. So 12x to the power of 6, and then it said divided by 6, x to the power of 3. So 12 divided by 6, dividing our coefficients, we get 2. And dividing our variables here, x to the power of 6 divided by x to the power of 3, because we are dividing, and again, because the base is the same, the base is x, in this case, you subtract the powers. So you say 6, take away 3. And I want to stress that when I say subtract the powers, you are subtracting the power of the denominator from the power of the numerator. There are cases where you may get a negative number. That is when the power in the denominator is greater than the power in the numerator. So again, when you are subtracting, you say the power of the numerator minus the power of the denominator. And this only works when the base is the same. So the answer was 2x to the power of 3. Okay, so Galaxy, congratulations for getting this correct. So we are on to number 8. So this is very similar. So you're going to apply what I just told you all here. So again, multiply your numerator just to simplify it, make it easier for you. Multiply your numerator and then you divide your denominator. Okay, so the third person answered. I'm gonna go ahead and skip. Okay, so congratulations to these two persons. So again, as I said, to make it faster, you simplify your numerator. So we had 8x, let me bring this down, 8x to the power of 5 multiplied by 3x to the power of 2. So again, you multiply your coefficients, 8 times 3, which is 24. And because we are multiplying, associate multiplication with addition. Again, our base here is the same, x. So we are multiplying, the base is the same, you simply add the powers to make it simpler. So you simply say x to the power of 5 plus 2, which is 7. Okay, then we had to divide that 24x to the power of 7 divided by 12x to the power of 4. Let me bring this up a bit. So we are dividing here. Again, you divide your coefficients. So 24 divided by 12, this gives you 2. And we are dividing, and we have the same base. Again, x, and this only works if you have the same base. We are dividing, so we take the power of the numerator, 7, and we subtract the power in the denominator, 4. So 7 take away 4. This gives us 3. So the result is 2x to the power of 3. Again, you take the power on top minus the power below. You may get a negative number for your answer. that's okay if the denominator is greater. The power in the denominator is greater than the power in the numerator. Okay, so congratulations to plus minus and Galaxy. Okay, so let's go. We're on to number 9. So this question here, it says, okay, I made a mistake. You have a G at the end here. It's supposed to be simplify the expression. So cancel out the G here. Typo here. Typo. No one is perfect, and it's okay to make a mistake. So here, I want to point you all to the distributive law. So if you're aware of the distributive law, you want to apply the distributive law in this case, which would be the multiplication of the term, well, in this case we have a number outside the brackets. You want to multiply to each term inside the brackets. You have ample time for you to answer, so don't rush too much. You have 37 seconds, so right now you should just be summarizing your results and double checking and selecting the correct one. Okay, so the one person who answered, they did get it correct. That's excellent. So allow me to explain. So we have here, let me bring this down. We have here 3 outside of x minus y plus 4 outside of x plus 2y. So you have the number outside the brackets, the terms inside the brackets, the variables are different. So we cannot add or subtract x and y because the variables are different. So what you want to do is you want to use the distributive law to bring the number that is on the outside of the bracket to bring it inside the bracket by multiplying it by each term inside the bracket. So 3 times x, that would give us 3x. 3 times negative y, that would give us negative 3y. Notice I said negative y because the subtraction sign next to the y means that it is negative. Then we do the same on the other side. Positive 4 multiplied by x, this gives us positive 4x. Positive 4 multiplied by 2y, this gives us positive 8y. Now it says to simplify, so we want to go ahead and break it down as much as possible. So now what you want to do is you want to bring your like terms together. So 3x plus 4x, so you want to carry the positive sign with the 4x, minus 3y, again I'm carrying the minus with the 3y, plus 8y. So 3x plus 4x, this gives us 7x, okay, and a negative 3, notice I'm saying negative 3 and not 3 plus 8, okay, so negative 3 plus 8, that would give us positive 5y. Okay, so the answer would not be 11, it would be positive 5y. Negative 3 plus 8. Okay, so excellent. Let's see here. Okay. So we are on to the final question. So again, you want to use the distributive law and take note of the symbols, as in the subtraction sign. Sorry, like the subtraction signs, the signs. You really want to take note of the signs. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so nobody got this correct. Last time I said somebody got it correct, but they actually didn't. Okay, so let's see. So again, I suspect let's see where you all went wrong. So again, you really have to take note of your signs, as in your subtraction sign. A subtraction sign next to a number means that the number is negative. A number is either negative or positive. Okay, so again, we use the distributive law. We say 3 times x, that gives us 3x. 3 times 4y, that gives us positive 12y. Now here, we are not just saying 2 times x. We are saying negative 2 times x. So this gives us negative 2x. Okay? And again, we are saying negative 2 times negative 5. Negative 2 times negative 5, that gives us positive 10y. Now we want to bring our like terms together. So we say 3x, take away 2x. Again, I'm carrying the sign that's next to the number. Plus 12y plus the 10y. 3x minus 2x, that gives us 1x, or we could simply write x. Plus 12y plus 10y, this gives us 22y. So the answer was x plus 22y. So again, when you are looking at your numbers, if you have a subtraction sign next to the number, you treat that number as negative. So we did not have to say 2 times 5 and just get 10. It was negative 2 times negative 5, which gave us positive 10y. So please be meticulous during the exam. Be mindful of that number with a subtraction sign, it means that that number is negative. So we are coming to our end of our game. This was our last question. So again, I will be live every week, every Wednesday, God's willing, from 7 to 8. You can, this is free. I am just here just trying to assist you all. So again, tell a friend, tell somebody that, you know, we are live every week so they could come on and get some practice. They can also rewatch, you know, review the live and, you know, get some practice done. Okay, so let's move here to see who is at the top of the podium. Let me give you all some confetti here. Okay, so Mazi or Mazai and Galaxy. And at the top, I have plus or, I think that's plus or minus. Okay, plus or minus. Okay, so congratulations. Okay, so again, if you do have someone who is in grade 6, please tell them about the grade 6 animated course. It is $100 for the entire year for the full package. Okay, and I'll be live tomorrow at 6 o'clock for the grade 6 and also grade 5 students who want to just, you know, be ahead. They can join as well. Again, if they join the course, the grade 6 course, they do not only get access to these videos, I will let them know the topics that's coming up on the game tomorrow, and I will also be sharing the link with them for the game tomorrow. So tell them about the game and also tell them about the course at www.jumpstartinstitute.com. So yeah, thank you all for coming. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, now I'm seeing that you all said 20 years. Probably the response came in a bit late. Okay, so again, thank you all for coming and practice. I really wish I had something for you all to preview before you come to the game so you could actually practice and prepare yourselves for me. But I think I'm gonna start working on something. I actually started, but I need to get on board with it. Create something for you all that could really help you all in preparation for the exam. And if you would have that tool before the game, it would also assist you all. Okay, so thank you all for coming, and I'll see you all next week. Okay, bye. Enjoy the rest of your evening.